But right about now, on the front page of the Star newspaper, Raila breathes fire, but Ruto unshaken. Raila breathes fire, but Ruto unshaken. President dismisses the opposition leaders' protest call as a ploy to negotiate a deal. That is on the front page of the Star newspaper. Vanguard Africa was not involved in Raila campaigns, says Githongo. That is, John Githongo has distanced Vanguard Africa from claims it served as Raila Odinga's election consultant in the 2022 general election. Gives Githongo, an advisory council member of the American-based NGO, also said Vanguard was not involved at all in the production of evidence at the Supreme Court. On the front page there, we have got pictures of President meeting Jubilee members, while Raila Odinga is also at the Jamhuri grounds. Uhuru team threatened us over poll results, according to former IBC Commissioner Abdi Guliye, who said that Guliye was testifying at the IBC tribunal for the removal of Commissioner Irene Masit, who has been cited for gross misconduct in the August 2022 presidential election. Here, Stammerers from group to create awareness. This is a good move. They say that they're neither slow nor mentally impaired, and they're also seeking for a chance. HomaBay girl 17 who scored A- in KCSE calls for help to join a university. This is akin to so many stories out there where many needy students are now seeking for school fees for them to join various universities. And on to the inner pages here. Raila's dragged out war against Ruto. A visibly agitated Raila demanded that Ruto and Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua should resign from the helm of state power, claiming that they have no mandate from the people or ability to govern. Among the issues there, and according to Raila Odinga, no handshake for you, try me, Ruto tells Raila. That is his response to Raila yesterday. President was speaking in Githongo while the president while Raila Odinga was at Jamhuri Kamkunji grounds, where he said that he is not interested in any handshake. We'll be taking a look at that shortly. All right, so there is a story here, and this one is the final one. Inside Ruto Gachagua grand strategy to weaken Azimio, the president and his deputy yesterday met a group of Jubilee leaders at State House. And yesterday, Ruto and Gachagua hosted a group of Jubilee MPs, triggering speculation of a looming mass exodus from the former president Uhuru Kenyatta's party. The president hosted the legislators, most of them from Mount Kenya, at State House in Nairobi. There you have it. You can also take a look at that story from Vanguard Africa, who said that they are not involved in Raila campaigns, according to Githongo. Very quickly, onto the front page of the Standard, Raila's bombshell. Opposition leader says that Azimio will not recognize the government, calling for President William Ruto's resignation. He demands records of the last election be made public. But the president says that time for threats and impunity is over. General 4 plotted polls runoff. That is according to Abdi Guliye. You can take a look at that story. There are so many demands that Raila put forward yesterday. One of them is Azimio rejects the 2022 general election. It also rejects the legitimacy of President William Ruto and any official who serve in his government. It wants the entire infrastructure and the records of the 2022 general elections be made public, and calls for their audit by an impartial body. It goes on and on and on and on. All right, and it says that expert planned contribution to NHIF is bad for poor households. State wants families, not individuals, to contribute to fund. Fund report reveal out of 15.4 million members, only 6.7 million are active members. Court allows banks to resume charges on mobile cash transfer. Now, this is something that's not going to go well with the majority of Kenyans. Mobile service money providers reintroduced the charges on January 1st after a 2-year break. And January 12th, the High Court in Nairobi suspended the resumption of bank to mobile money charges. Justice Mugure Thande said that she would not extend the orders as there was a ruling pending on the same issue before another judge. In the case, now she also observed that some of the parties affected by the orders were yet to be enjoined in the case. So as it is, Kenyans will continue to pay for the mobile cash transfers. Raila did not win, says Raila. Ruto did not win, rather, says Raila, as he spells out fresh demands. We'll be taking a look at that later on. And finally, is this another of Raila's calculated comebacks?